Let's give a warm and big welcome to the Tucson.
Let's go. It's going. It's going up. We showing up. It's going up. Never slowing up. Ain't nobody stopping us. We ain't stopping showing up. It's going up. Never slowing up. Ain't nobody stopping us. Let's go. Face it. We taking off in a spaceship. Take flight. 10 toes I'm in. Way back when I knew I was born for greatness. Up from the bottom. Now I got something to prove. Try making a move against my crew and you guaranteed to lose. Showing up, we good, it's going up. Never slowing up, ain't nobody stopping us. We unstoppable. It's going up, elevate all the way. Top of the top, looks like we made it. Yeah, everybody like to talk, but we walk the walk. Calling all our shots at the top. I'm a boss from the ground to the crown. Now it's millions that we touch. Coming up big in the clutch, cause you know we showing up. It's going up, it's going up. Ain't nobody stopping us. We ain't stopping. Showing up, it's going up. Never slowing up. Ain't nobody stopping us. We ain't stopping. Showing up, it's going up. Never slowing up. Ain't nobody stopping us. Let's go.
At this time, we ask you please stand as you are able and kindly remove your hats as your Arizona Rattlers welcome Patrick Lauder to perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's hear it one more time for Patrick Water.
Week number 16 of the Indoor Football League season gets underway in the Valley of the Sun tonight, and things are heating up as we head toward the playoffs for the IFL. And two teams jockeying for prime position as we close out the regular season. Out there to meet on the field tonight at the Snake Pit, the home of the Arizona Rattlers. We are in downtown Phoenix at the Footprint Center, everybody, and we welcome you into this broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football. The captains for the Rattlers about to head out to midfield for the coin toss as we bring it to you from downtown Phoenix, everybody, and we welcome you in as the second place Arizona Rattlers in the Western Division with their 10-3 overall record get set to face off with the 7-5 Tucson Sugar Skulls, who trail them by one spot in the Western Division standings. They come in third place, and we welcome you into our broadcast here live from the Footprint Center, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons, and tonight I'm joined by the great one, Cedric Bonner, as we bring you tonight's coverage here from the Footprint Center and get you ready for a monumental showdown. A showdown that could see the two teams on the field in a preview of the playoffs coming up. They would meet in the first round of the playoffs if the standings don't change between now and the end of the season, and just 3 more regular season games remaining for this Arizona Rattlers team, again at 10-3 coming into this one. Welcome in. Here's my broadcast partner, Cedric Bonner, everybody, and a big one tonight, Ced. These two teams, it means a lot for both of them. And Tucson earlier this year, they handed the Rattlers the first loss that they've ever taken at the hands of the Sugar Skulls, and they'd like to do it again tonight.
Well, Tucson is explosive on the offensive end. They hung 70-plus points on the Arizona Rattlers. That does not happen. Coming in tonight, you can rest assured that Coach Guy will have a plan to neutralize Daquan, to neutralize Mike Jones, to not allow those guys to get going early in the game and try to take them out of the picture. Hard to do. Daquan Neal is one of the best quarterbacks in this league. He's a problem with his legs as well as with his arm. Something resonated to me earlier when you talked about the Rattlers being in second place. It's the first time we've heard that in a long time.
Absolutely. And is that some added incentive for this Rattlers team as they push toward the playoffs to start getting that job done in the moments that matter? We're going to find out. Earlier today, I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Kevin Guy, down on the field before we got this thing going, and Coach Guy had some thoughts on this big matchup here at the Footprint Center. Hey, Coach, long road trip. Seems like forever since you've been back here in the Snake Pit, but finally the return, and you got the home fans coming out tonight in force. Going to be a great game tonight.
Yeah, we're excited. There's a lot of energy in the building right now, just in warm-up. So, we're looking for a great crowd tonight. I heard earlier in the week that the lower bowl was already sold out like Monday, Tuesday. So, should be a great night tonight in front of our fans. They're the best, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, last week against the Gladiators, nice win for your team. And it was kind of engineered by the play in the trenches. On the offensive line, Lamar made a great game. On the defensive line, Chris Terrell keyed a lot of things for you.
Yeah, anytime you play a football game, you want to win the trenches. And I thought our guys, came to play last week. Our defense got going. Started a little slow, had some penalties early, but we settled down and started playing. We scored, had 2 pick sixes, had a kickoff return for touchdown. And when things start clicking like that for you on defense and offense, I like our chances.
Well, Tucson's got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, DeQuan Neal. You've got to stop him somehow, some way. Coach,
Yeah.
Are you willing to give us any insights as to what the game plan looks like?
Well, we're going to lock it up. No, he's special. He can do a lot of things with that football, and he's got a good offensive line and receivers around him. So we got to work it out for us. Last time we played them, they were more physical than we were. They wanted it more than we do. We're going to see who shows up tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
Big one tonight here at the Footprint Center, downtown Phoenix, everybody. Just a moment away from the kickoff and the start of action. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner will introduce our third member of the broadcast team right after the kickoff, and that's Joe Pequeno. He'll be down on the sideline. Check in right after Ernesto Lacayo sends it away. The coin toss won by the Rattlers. They defer. And the Tucson Sugar Skulls, led by DeQuan Neal. That young man had a tryout with the Indianapolis Colts just a few weeks back. And you know what? By all accounts, they liked what they saw. They did not have a roster position to offer him at the time. They had just signed a 4th quarterback. But when you see DeQuan here tonight, if it's your first time, you're going to understand why he would get that kind of attention. Here's a kick fielded deep in the end zone. And this one is going to be brought out just across the 10-yard line before the tackle is finally made on Mike Jones. Or was that Benjamin Jones on the return? And he brings it out across the 10-yard line. We're underway, everybody, on this broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football. Now, our third broadcast member is Joe Pequeno down on the sidelines. Hey, Joe.
Floyd, good evening. Said hi. It's officially the Sugar Skulls beating the Rattlers back in May in Tucson. Quarterback Drew Powell, he's excited for the matchup. Talked about the urgency to win out and have that top playoff seed in the West. And one player that did not play for the Rattlers defensively that first matchup was Trayvon Williams. Well, he's back in this one, and he said his unit has got to bring nonstop pressure on DeQuan Neal throughout this matchup.
And he lines up at linebacker along with his teammates that include some pretty stout members of the defensive squad. They are led by the likes of Devontae Merriweather. And, of course, the reigning IFL's Defensive Player of the Year, Dylan Winfrey. And that tackle on Mike Jones, the ball carrier for Tucson, who gains 2 yards. That tackle was made by Trayvon Williams. Quick throw over the middle. That pass is going to be in and out of the hands, incomplete to bring up 3rd down and 8. First passing attempt today for DeQuan Neal.
I think that's what makes him special. That's a ball that's got to be caught, but he's willing to get the ball out of his hand. He's not a greedy quarterback. He does a good job of being patient, allowing things to develop for him down the field. As you get a look here on the Nova Home Loans replay, you got to catch that ball.
So an early opportunity for a stop by this defense. Of course, you got to stop them twice here in this situation, but from their own 15, Tucson. With the snap, DeQuan Neal has it, and he looks. He's got a man. That pass caught in Rattlers territory across the 25-yard line. That'll be in the neighborhood of a 15-yard gain and a first down for Tucson. Hey, folks, today's game is presented by Spooner. They are the official physical therapy provider for the Arizona Rattlers, and we are grateful for their partnership here with the Rattlers. Today's game day sponsor, Spooner. And on the clock, 12 minutes, 43 seconds to go in this first quarter. So we bring you back in live after the Nova Home Loans replay. Handoff to Mike Jones. Stutter step in the backfield. Cuts it inside Dylan Winfrey's penetration into the backfield. And that'll be a 2-yard gain to about the Arizona 18-yard line.
What I'm noticing up front right now, this offensive line is really doing a great job of being physical with the Arizona Rattlers D-line. They're getting off the ball, giving space, not allowing any gap penetration. Heck of a job there by Dylan Winfrey, giving up some 35, 40 pounds to come up and shut down Mike Jones.
No score, opening possession for the Sugar Skulls. And their great quarterback, Daquan Neal, puts them in motion. Daquan looking straight over the middle, the pump fake. Nobody. Now he'll dump it out right side near the sideline. That'll be short of a first down as Trayvon Williams closes the distance on Mike Jones. Jones handling the ball again for the Sugar Skulls. These two quarterbacks are impressive to say the least. And if you look at the statistical difference between these quarterbacks, Drew Powell is the leading passer in the league at 1,805 yards, just ahead of Ramon Atkins of Duke City, who's got 1,800 yards. And then there's Daquan Neal, and he checks in at 1,798 yards, 7 yards off the pace being set by Drew Powell. Handoff, Jones, again a stutter step in the backfield. He'll turn on the jets and knocked into the wall inside the 5-yard line. Good run by Mike Jones, and that'll be a gain of 8 yards.
Flag on the field. Looks in the area to be holding.
That's a personal foul.
Chop block.
15-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
So that'll march it back. A nice gain by Jones. And instead of first and goal inside the 5, it is going to be third down. Third down and a ways to go from midfield now for Tucson.
Just get a look at the starters. Terrell, Faamatu, Landers. Bring pressure up front. Williams, Ezel, Kyrie Woods, Dylan Winfrey, and Devontae Merriweather, who doesn't get a ton of credit, but the guy makes every play possible for him to make.
Yeah, he
spearheads his defense.
Helps lead a star-studded defense. And by the way, his position, he's called the bandit in this defense. Here comes Trayvon Williams on a blitz. Pass caught, complete just inside the 15-yard line. Nice delivery by Daquan Neal. Carrington Thompson on the receiving end of a ball that takes sets up a situation of 4th down and 4 now to go for Tucson.
This is just an accurate throw. It's great coverage by Winfrey. You see the dig route? Ball put right on the body. You got a bigger receiver, 6'3". He's able to shield off Winfrey with his body, and I look to see, if they don't run the ball here, I look to see the same type of thing. 4th down. You've got Carrington, 6'3". You've got Raheem Harvey, 5'11", plays a lot bigger. Quentin Pedroza at 6'4", 235 pounds.
Motion to the line. Daquan off the back foot, throws toward the end zone. There's contact right at the goal line. That'll bring out a flag, and it looks like Kyrie Woods is going to be called for pass interference.
And this is the right call. Kyrie can be upset all he wants, but he hooks the hip of the receiver and spins him. If he doesn't do that, he's right there. He doesn't have to do that.
Pass interference. Defense, number 9. The ball to place at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
He doesn't need to do this. He just keep running and make it a tough catch. But he grabs the right hip and spins the receiver around, and that's what draws the flag.
And it provides
you should get a look at the Nova home loans replay here. Right on the top of the break, he grabs the hip. Ever so subtly, though.
Not subtle enough for the official. Handoff Mike Jones, right side. He'll slice between a couple of defenders, and then they'll drag him down right at about the 1-yard line. So he is stopped short, but he gets it just a hair closer. Robert Landers on the tackle.
I'll tell you, this is a really strong offensive line. I mean, that's really good work up front. What makes you worried is you got old number 2 back there with the ball, too. He could put it in the belly of Jones and follow him.
2nd and goal, Mike Jones right side. He is hit in the backfield. And that's a terrific play by Devontae Merriweather, playing downhill defensively the entire way. And not only did he stop him short, but he actually forced a yard loss on the play back to the 2-yard line to bring up 3rd down and goal for Tucson.
Good job of scraping over the top by Merriweather. And the best part about that was when he got to the gap, he was ready to tackle.
The tackle he did. 3rd down and goal, the ball at the 2-yard line. Tucson put him in motion. Give. That is Mike Jones in the backfield. He is hit by Robert Landers, finished off by Devontae Merriweather, and a big 3rd down by the defense.
And if you're offense, you're okay. It gives you a little more room to work, but great job up front. Landers does a nice job, doesn't get him down, but again, Johnny on the spot. Number 8. Day with the finish. Watch him just keep going. You don't expect the other guy to make the tackle. You go and make it yourself. It's a great job by Day finishing the play.
And Robert Landers has made some plays early on in the game for the Rattler defense. Here's a pass off the hands, incomplete right side, and that is going to serve the ball up the other direction. Tucson could not convert on 4th down, and Arizona's defense gets the first stop of the game. We're going to go to break here, everybody, at 7:21 on the clock, first quarter. No score. The Rattlers get the ball for the first time coming up. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Big early moment in the game for the Arizona Rattlers and their defense. They get a stop inside the 5-yard line. A sequence of great plays by that defense, keyed by guys like Devontae Merriweather and Robert Landers. And the Rattlers take over the ball for the first time. No score, handoff on the speed sweep, and that is Braxton Haley carrying the ball for the first time. He has become a go-to guy in the running game on that jet sweep, and he ends up losing a yard. Back to the 5-yard line. It'll be first down and second down and 11.
Yeah, Maurice Jackson says, not today. Not coming around my end. I'm going to stay home and do my job. But two totally different situations. Arizona offense, top 5, top 3 pretty much in every category.
And there's one of the reasons why Jamal Miles on the receiving end of the pass that comes out to the 21-yard line. Gain of 16 on the play, and Miles just settled into that middle of that zone, and he was found by Drew Powell for the first down.
Yeah, easy pitch and catch here. Good design. You know you only have 3 to block, but they don't bring 4. But he just settles down and gets a good gain. And, you know, everyone talks about, being, that solid guy, the guy that makes every play with Jamal Miles. But, man, he is just the standard of which you want everybody to play.
Give right side. Shannon Brooks touches the ball for the first time today for the Rattlers, and he runs into a wall in the form of those guys in red. And that great look, by the way, for Tucson. How about that defense, huh? I think they looked the part.
They look sharp.
In the bright
sharp. Red. Ray Shaw Jackson with the smack on that one. This is a big-time hit. So you get a look at the Rattlers offense. Take it away, partner.
Well, that offense is led by Lamar Mady at center up front. The quarterback, Drew Powell, the reigning league most valuable player. His pass to Braxton Haley is too long, incomplete. And the fans here at the Snake Pit, they wanted a call. They thought Mike Minter had made contact, and Mike said, no, I don't think so. That was clean all the way.
Well, listen, if you want to get open, you've got to do something to a guy. You can't just expect to run because you may be faster than somebody and get away. You've got to set a guy up. But if you watch this Nova Home replay here, there is nobody open because everybody's locked down. Tight coverage. You've got to do a better job of setting up your routes at the top of your routes.
Third down play now. And there's a man wide open over the middle. That's Braxton Haley. Pass right on the money from Drew Powell and a Rattlers touchdown. The Arizona Rattlers strike first tonight here at home on a beautiful pass. Right down the seam, and Braxton Haley hauls it in as they split those safeties over the top. Beautifully done by Drew Powell on the delivery.
Well, you called it right, partner. Safety's got a little too much width. Really, with no vertical threats outside, no reason to be that wide on the field. You've got to squeeze the middle of the field.
Point after on the way, and the kick is good for Ernesto Lacayo, and the first points of the game are delivered by the Arizona Rattlers, and they lead 7-0 here. 4:14 on the clock, first quarter. Stand by, kickoff on the way in a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
I get it. It can be hard for you to tell us what's wrong with your car. Relax. At Grulix Automotive Repair, we speak car.
Kind of making that sound like...
We understand. At Grulix, our ASC certified technicians can diagnose your car or truck and get you back on the road quickly and safely.
Like that.
We hear you.
Grulix, dedicated to your drive.
The Arizona Rattlers strike first in this one tonight. They put the first points on the board on a Drew Powell touchdown. Pass completion to Braxton Haley. The point after makes it 7-0. Arizona in front. Folks, today's game is presented by Spooner, the official physical therapy provider for the Arizona Rattlers. And we want to thank Spooner for helping us bring you the game tonight here from downtown Phoenix, from the Footprint Center. Here's a kick. This will be fielded right at the 1-yard line. Benjamin Jones up the middle, splits him, and does a great job to get out just across midfield. Tackle finally made by Jamal Miles. Say, folks, you probably heard by now that this year's league championship football game in the IFL is going to be played in Vegas at the Dollar Loan Center. And we can't wait for that. August 13th, a Saturday in Vegas for the championship game. And coming up in the second quarter here of our broadcast, we're going to welcome on the commissioner of the IFL. His name is Todd Tryon, and he will join us to talk more about that for just a spell during our broadcast. We'll bring him on in the second quarter. Here's the snap. DeQuan Neal has it, hands it off, and the tackle is made after about a 3 to 4 yard gain on the play. Carrying the ball for his first time tonight is Quentin Pedroza.
Another big body. You talk about Commissioner Tryon, man, the mad scientist that keeps pushing the right buttons. This league is blowing up. The IFL in very good shape. Fun to watch this thing grow and really be taken to a path that is plenty of room to get bigger.
Bigger and better every year should be the mantra.
Oh.
Pump fake. Daquan has a man. That's Pedroza. He lays out, hauls it in, and Tucson gets their first points of the game. And that guy right there on the receiving end, how about Quentin Pedroza? Just kind of does everything for Tucson. He's like their Swiss Army knife. Does it all. He'll be holding here on the kick in just a moment.
I mean, their receivers do it all. You got Carrington in there as a snapper, but just a hitch and go route. Rattlers feeling real aggressive, being real aggressive, and you just get caught driving on a hitch route.
Here's the snap. Pedroza puts it down. And the kick is up and good. Logan Justice knocks it through. And with 2:20 on the clock here in the first quarter.
He's in motion. He comes downhill. See the quick pump fake. And look how quick that came out of his hand. Because there was pressure in his face. Watch this throw from Daquan Neal. And it just pops out of his hand quickly.
Great job. Tucson's got their first points. We're tied at 7. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
It's time to get inspired with Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Host Jane Klaus shares with you the fascinating places, unique activities, and useful services found across our state. From crafting projects to dining destinations to suggestions for your next getaway. Learn how to get the most out of your Arizona lifestyle. Watch Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Sunday and Tuesday evening only on YourView or streaming at yourview.com.
Back into the Footprint Center. Hey folks, all Arizona Rattlers home games this season are broadcast on Cox YourView Arizona, Channel 4 in Phoenix. Go to yourview.com for more information. That's YURVIEW.com. Get more information about the channel, our broadcast coverage of Arizona Rattlers football. We also want to thank you for joining us as you watch Arizona Rattlers football on the Indoor Football League YouTube channel. Get in on the action at goifl.com. Here's a kick right at the back wall, and that's Jared Harrington bringing it out. The cutback, and he goes down, and so does a flag. Harrington down to the 14-yard line. We'll have to assess and see what the infraction was.
During the return, Bodie, receiving team number 8, half the distance to goal. First down, Arizona.
Devontae Merriweather on the hold.
Well, we're tied at 7, everybody. Arizona strikes first, and now the Sugar Skulls are on the board to tie it, 7 apiece. 2 minutes on the clock. That's what remains here in the first quarter. Drew Powell sets his offense. Play fake down the middle. Again, Braxton Haley is open, and the pass was just a step too long for Braxton. Almost paid dirt again for Arizona. We'll throw it down to Joe Pequeno on the field. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Floyd, you know, after the loss to Northern Arizona Rattlers coach Kevin Guy, he set the tone for the rest of the season. He actually called out some of the players in the locker room. It might pay huge dividends. I talked to defensive lineman Robert Landers this week. He said, collectively, the team at practice was on the same page, moving in the right direction, and most importantly, holding each other accountable.
Drew Powell from the gun, and he'll run the quarterback draw. spins his way across. How about an extra 3 yards as he was in the grasp? He is going to get the first down. That's a gain of 11 for Drew on the play. Tackle was eventually made by Tony Winslow, but a terrific job by Drew in the finish.
Well, I mean, that's what he does extremely well. Finishes strong. Very, very tough runner.
.38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Tie game. Shannon Brooks will line up in the slot on the left side. Braxton Haley flanks the quarterback deep on the right. He'll come in motion and get the ball. Braxton works his way across the 20, just a bit past the 20, maybe a 5-yard gain, but there is another marker down, and we're already seeing a number of penalties here early on in the game.
In the run, holding, offense number 94, half the distance to the goal, repeat first down.
You get the center, Lamar Mady. Sometimes when you run those outside plays and defenders are getting away from you, see him right in the center of the screen, right on the hash. He kind of gets clipped there, but he grabs. It's a good call. Didn't affect the play, but it's a good call. It's the right call.
That is the end of the first quarter.
He just turned the defender as we hear the end of the first quarter announced. We're tied at 7, everybody. Well, this is a game that featured two teams at near 70. Tucson scored 70 the first time they played. But the defenses early on playing a little bit tougher in this. The second quarter on the way. We're tied 7 apiece at the Footprint Center, downtown Phoenix. Stand by. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
When they approached us to do this in the first place, we couldn't wait to get involved.
Come in here, and it feels like a football game should be here. It's a big event for us. In our opinion, this is going to be an outstanding spot to bring it to, and once you get a taste of it, I'm guessing you're going to want to come back.
Well, Rattler Nation, have you gotten your tickets yet? Are you ready to go to Vegas for the championship game August 13th? Those tickets are on sale. And you might want to book those rooms as soon as possible. We're tied, everybody. Arizona 7, Tucson 7, and the Rattlers will go to work on offense. First down and 10, their own 8-yard line. Drew Powell's got a man wide open. That guy is Braxton Haley, the cutback, and he gets knifed under, upended, but he's got the first down out to the 17-yard line of Tucson. Well done by the Rattlers.
Just a nice job to keep working Has a collision with the linebacker, but just kept working across the field. See him get jammed up by Rashad Jackson right there, but he keeps working across the field, gets wide open, and a big gain.
And the look there provided by Nova Home Loans. Nova Home Loans is the exclusive Rattlers Instant Replay presenting sponsor. Back to throw, Drew Powell tucks, splits that defense, cuts it back and into the end zone. That's an Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
Drew
17 yards on the run by Drew Powell. As soon as he saw the opening set, he was gone.
He was, and that's the risk you take when you bring pressure and you allow backs to get turned. You see that brought pressure. Drew Powell makes him pay.
Rattlers go back out in front again. And Lacayo nails the point after. Our score here, 14-7. Arizona in front, and on the field, Joe Pequeno.
Yeah, Floyd, you know, the Arizona Rattlers are in a very unique situation. Unlike last year and years before where they've been in first place, now they are chasing first place, as in the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Talking to Drew Powell this week, he says, I'm okay with that because we know who we have to beat and what we need to do to get it done. Talking to Braxton Haley, he says, look, it's making us work that much harder, grind that much harder, and sets in no room for complacency whatsoever. And so far, Drew Powell, Braxton Haley, and the Arizona Rattlers offensively clicking in their first two possessions.
The Rattlers come into the game a half game behind the Northern Arizona Wranglers, who had a bye last week. The Wranglers with a 10-2 mark. The Rattlers matching them in the win column, but importantly, a game behind in the loss column at 10-3. The 7-5 Tucson Sugar Skulls are in third place, and if it holds that way, well, then these two teams are going to play right here at the Footprint Center in round one of the playoffs. They'll play again for a third time this season. On the other hand, if the Rattlers win out, and I haven't looked to understand the tiebreak situation said, but if the Rattlers win out, which would include a win if they can get it over Northern Arizona in their next matchup, well, then the Rattlers will get home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, everything's still right there for them, right? And that's the best thing. You might find yourself in second place at the moment. However, you control your own destiny.
From the 3-yard line, Benjamin Jones up the middle. Look at him breaking tackles. Is he going to get out of this one? He's finally wrapped up and eventually knocked down. Kyrie Woods, no, that's Devontae Merriweather as a part of the tackle. Also in on that tackle for the Rattlers. I'll give some love to Jacoby Taylor in special teams. And it'll be first down at the 20-yard line for Tucson.
It's a physical run. Tucson unafraid of this Rattler team. They feel like they can come in here and win.
You know, by the way, it's the job of a runner or a return man to stay on your feet as much as you can, said, but aren't there moments when you're trapped in that situation when you wished you had gone down on the first hit? Here comes a pass to the end zone. That's incomplete. Out of the reach of Carrington Thompson. Couldn't haul it in. Coverage provided by Kyrie Woods.
You're right, partner. You'd like to not leave yourself open for strip of the football, any of those kind of scenarios.
"12 minutes, 13 seconds on the clock and counting down in the second quarter. Arizona leads Tucson 14-7. The Sugar Skulls have the football. Looking. Neal throws, completes left side.
He touched the wall when he spun.
It was contact by the defender as well.
Kyrie Woods has to do a better job of getting him down. You can't miss in that situation because he's a couple fingernails away from making a big play here just on that outside spin. Right there as he touches the wall, he's dead. He's down, play's over with.
And that was Raheem Harvey hauling that pass in. He gains 6 on the play. Ball just on the Rattlers side of midfield. Third down play for the Sugar Skulls offense. Empty backfield to Quan Neal. Fires. That's Harvey again. That pass caught again. And about a 6-yard gain for a first down. Move that to the 18-yard line of the Arizona Rattlers. Coming up in a few moments, we'll be talking with the commissioner of the IFL, Todd Tryon. He's going to join us in just a bit. Talk about that championship game coming up in Vegas.
How important was accuracy right there on that play. With that tight throw, you got tight coverage, but the ball's put only where his guy can make a play on it. Low and away, excellent job, and catch and throw by Quan Neal and Carrington.
Well, he's going to give it this time to Mike Jones. Mike, say hello to Robert Landers. Robert's having a great second half of the season on that defensive line for the Rattlers. He played well last week, and here he is doing more dirty work up front for that defense.
Yeah, I missed a few games earlier in the season, and also still trying to learn this game, right? You see him split the offensive lineman before the center could get over to him on the double up. I mean, that's a big-time play.
That's a loss on the play of 3 yards. Second down from the Arizona 21-yard line, 2nd and 13. And there's movement on the offensive line. That should be, well, they're going to let it play out. Pass caught by Harvey. He's inside the 10, trying to shake that defense. And he gets a little help from his friends down to the 5-yard line.
That's a devastating penalty against the Rattlers.
It looked like there was movement.
Well, they moved because we jumped offside. So
okay.
On the defensive side.
Stance for the snap. That penalty's declined. Result of play. First down.
You got to have a little more discipline. You got a team reeling because at this point now it's just a free play for the offense. There's no pressure. You can throw it up in the end zone if you want.
One touchdown lead for the Rattlers. And the Sugar Skulls match that. Harvey split to the right. Fake it to Pedroza, and there's an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
The road on the field is an incomplete forward pass. Second down.
Second down play coming up. That does not stop the clock in the Indoor Football League, and that's part of what makes this game so fast. The pace of play of this game makes it one of the funner versions that you can get. It might be as fun as you can get in football.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think the end of the halves, where the 1 minute timing comes into effect, then it becomes a little more strategy. There's a lot of nuances about this game that make it beautiful.
Second down from the 5-yard line of Arizona. Neal looks to the right now, toward the middle. That's incomplete to Pedroza. Could not haul it in. And defensively, it's Brandon Ezel there on the play. Eight and a half minutes remaining in the first half. 14-7. That offensive bonanza that these two teams put together the first time they played, that's not happening so far in this one. It's not quite shaping up.
What did I tell you?
You said the over-under was 93.
Correct. And that's not close to where they were the first game.
Yeah, I said it should be 103. I'm going to own that, okay? And looks like I'm going to be way wrong in the way these defenses are playing. We're going to get a timeout. Looks like Tucson wants to spend that timeout. So we're going to grab us one as well. 14-7. Arizona in front of Tucson with 7:59 left, second quarter. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life. From DIY tips to unique adventures for the family, Creative Living showcases it all. Peek inside the kitchen at a local restaurant, preview popular travel destinations, or discover an exciting new hobby. Watch Creative Living Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do.
Back into the Footprint Center. Welcome back, everybody. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner on the call for Arizona Rattlers football. The situation, 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line for Tucson. DeQuan Neal will line him up, take the snap. He's looking over the middle, throws toward the corner. That's intercepted, picked off, and Dylan Winfrey steps in front. Nope, now incomplete. So he had the ball in his hands for a moment.
The field is an incomplete pass. 4th down.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and that'll give us an opportunity as we get ready for Tucson to take a shot at it, to bring on the commissioner of the IFL. His name is Todd Tryon, and he is at the Massachusetts Sioux Falls football game about right now, and he joins us live to talk about the upcoming postseason. Commissioner Tryon, welcome in. How are you?
You bet I'm doing great. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, just kind of barely, but we've got you. It's pretty noisy, pretty loud. There he is. There's the commissioner. Good-looking young man. 4th and goal right here, Commissioner. We're going to call the play. Neal looking toward the end zone. Some pressure. Throws out the back of it on 4th down. Looking for markers. I do see one down in the middle of the end zone. We'll give them a chance to sort that out. Commissioner Tryon, welcome into our broadcast. How are things going in Sioux Falls?
You know, it's going well. It's halftime here. Massachusetts, they're up 36-20. It's been kind of Sioux Falls struggled the first couple drives, getting field goals. They kind of exchanged touchdowns ever since.
Well, we've got us a great defensive struggle happening in the desert right now, and the Rattlers leading this one 14-7.
It's number 15. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic 1st down.
Well, looks like the Rattlers are going to give up a 1st and goal on a penalty, and they had a golden opportunity for a second defensive takeaway in this one. Talking with the commissioner of the IFL, Todd Tryon. Mr. Commissioner, big news announced a little while back that the league is going to hold its championship game this year in the great state of Nevada, in probably the nation's capital of sports. That's the Vegas area. So you watch Tucson get stopped short here on a handoff to Pedroza. Well, you've got to be excited as the commissioner and the way things are going and the forward movement of this league and getting this championship game at the Dollar Loan Center. That's a big deal.
You know, Vegas is the hottest market in the United States. You know, hey, Arizona's done an outstanding job of hosting. It was tough when you risk, leaving a market like Arizona to go to a neutral site. But when you go into that Dollar Loan Center and feel the atmosphere, you'll feel that's the right spot to be at for a championship game.
Todd, when you took this thing over a few years back, what was this the vision you had for the proper growth and development of this league? Because right now it's in a great spot.
You know, Cedric, our vision, to be honest, was a little bigger, and then we had a pandemic hit us.
Right.
And, that kind of set everybody back on our heels, and, we got a little smarter at that time. We've chosen now not to grow quite as quick, but with quality. And I think that's the one thing you're going to see as we move forward is the quality of the franchises that we're bringing in.
Mike Jones just took it across the goal line for Tucson, put points on the board for the Sugar Skulls. They'll try to tie it right here, and the kick from Justice is up and good. We're tied at 14, everybody. 5:17 on the clock, second quarter. We're going to stay right here. We're going to stay right here and just talk for a moment longer with the commissioner of the Indoor Football League. His name is Todd Tryon, and you see him there on your screen. And Mr. Commissioner, again, in speaking about that forward movement of this league and the way that it's growing and the things that you look forward to doing with this league, you've got to be a very excited guy about right now.
Well, yeah, sure, we're excited. I mean, we're at the back end of our season, and this has got an outstanding competitive balance. When you look at top to bottom, I mean, what you're seeing there right now, I mean, Arizona's really set the standard for our league, and there's some teams coming to get them.
And that's what really makes us excited when you got a quality owner like Ron Scherz and a coach like Coach Guy, and they're leading the charge. You've got competitive owners that are willing to step up and come and get them. That's what creates competitive balance, and that's what we got across the board right now.
Todd, talk to me about your partners, and when I mean partners, I mean all the owners. I mean, this is an incredible group of ownership in this league that has helped this thing continue to go. How important is it for like-minded individuals to continue, for you to go out and continue to get like-minded individuals to keep this thing moving forward?
It's vital. I think the one thing that the pandemic showed everybody is you better be partnered with people that see things the same way you see it. And, that's really what we did. We unified during that time, and we created a vision, and, now it's our job to implement that vision. And as you do that, you're going to attract like-minded people, and that's what we're doing. And we're experiencing quality, attracting quality across the board. And you guys, you see that product as you sit here and watch our games tonight.
I'm going to ask you one final question, and we'll let you go and enjoy the second half of that game at Sioux Falls that you're at, Mr. Commissioner. But this championship game coming up in Vegas, if you could give us just the nutshell description of what you think that experience is going to be like for the fans, and the just kind of the outline of that game, what do you expect?
Well, I think you take what you're watching right now and you condense it into 6,000 people in a state-of-the-art facility and an unbelievable atmosphere. And those of you who haven't been to the Dollar Loan Center, when you say first class, it's what it is. And, we're going to have two outstanding teams, one from the Western Conference, one from the Eastern Conference. And, we're putting on a halftime show. And, it's going to be an event. And there's going to be an unbelievable game that breaks out the process of it. So, we advise everybody, there's one event to get to, that's it. And you're sitting there watching the kick return right now. That's excitement. That's what our game's about. And August 13th, we're going to get a lot of that.
All right. We appreciate you joining us. Todd Tryon, the Commissioner of the IFL. Enjoy that game in Sioux Falls, and we look forward to speaking to you again down the road.
You got a great one there. I appreciate the invite.
You betcha.
See you, Todd.
Well, listen, that's you talk about just what he said, that electrifying moment on the return by Jamal Miles right there, and Arizona getting the ball set up at the 21-yard line. Amplify that when it's championship atmosphere time.
In a 6,500-seat arena, brand new, packed. You know what I mean? The decibel level in that building will be off the charts.
Here come the Arizona Rattlers. They've got the ball, 1st and 10, working from their own 21-yard line, and a hit that knocks Drew Powell out with a very modest gain. He'll be marked at the 19-yard line. So it's a 1-yard pickup for Drew and a 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Arizona Rattlers. We welcome you in. Those of you watching on the IFL's YouTube channel, get in on the action at goifl.com and go to the website, goifl.com, and find out more about ticket sales for the championship game in Vegas. 2nd down situation. Haley in the slot right side motions to the line. Here comes a pass looking that direction. That's caught by Braxton. He gets hit at the 10. He's asking for a face mask and might have got what he wished for in the call from the official on the far side. 9-yard pickup on the play.
Yeah, but I'd like to see Drew spot this defense early, right? They played 2 down in the flats.
Face mask. Defense number 15. Half the distance to go from the end of the play. Automatic 1st down.
They played 2 flat defenders by the defensive backs outside. He's got to get off of that side quicker because Braxton Haley was sitting in that zone. As you get a look at that face mask on our Nova Holmes replay, you see him sit in that hole for so long.
Yeah.
If he catches that earlier, gets it at the right time, he's probably able to turn up and get in the zone.
Good look from our crew here at the Footprint Center. And that lets me give you a chance to know that Nova Home Loans is the exclusive Rattlers instant replay presenting sponsors. Pass right side. That's Jamal Miles. Cuts it up. And Jamal gets into the end zone for a Rattlers touchdown. Well, that looked like a forward flip to me I'm going to call that a pass and a completion for Jamal Miles. We can look at that replay again and determine exactly whether or not that was a run or a pass. But Jamal did the rest.
Touchdown. That's what it was.
That's all
right?
that counts.
Touchdown.
Here's the snap. Hal flips it out. Jamal does the rest. And Lacayo to try and add the point after for the Rattlers. They go in front again. This kick is pulled left. And it's no good. Our score will stay at 20-14. Arizona in front of Tucson. We'll continue to count down the first half in a moment. 2:39 on the clock. Everybody, this is Arizona Rattlers football.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Nice close-up look at Jamal Miles, part of that Rattlers coverage team. Also out there on the edge is Jared Harrington, and he's urging on the crowd, try to get these guys and gals in the house fired up. Rattlers in front by 6, 20-14 our score. There's Jared Harrington. He's asking for you, Cedric Bonner. He wants to hear from you.
Well, at some point, I know KG, he's going to get Mr. Harrington involved. He's going to get involved on the offensive end. He is extremely dynamic.
Rattlers kick fielded at the 4-yard line. Benjamin Jones, also dynamic, is going to have to be brought down by Ernesto Lacayo. And teammate is that Day-Day at the bottom of the pile, helping to knock down Jones. Ball marked out at the 21-yard line. First down for the Sugar Skulls.
You know, the last two drives, defensively, the Rattlers have aided the Sugar Skulls with penalties. One offsides penalty on a 4th down, and then the next drive, it was a pass interference call. You got to play solid defense without helping your opponent, who's pretty good on their own.
Taquan Neal hands off. Mike Jones hit in the backfield again. Great downhill penetration by that defensive line. Dylan Fa'amato, I believe, was right in the middle of it. Was that Dylan or was that Chris Terrell led the way on that? I guess Chris.
Actually, it looked like Theo Majet, 96.
We'll get everybody's name involved
here.
Them
all, right? The big guys need some attention too, right?
Yeah, that was Theo. 2nd and 10. Pass tip, intercepted. Well, Dylan Winfrey could not hang on to the last opportunity. This time he does on a tipped ball. Dylan takes advantage, and the Rattlers take over the football.
It's big time. Anytime you can get extra possessions and stops, especially with as potent as this offense is for the Sugar Skulls. Take a look at this hitch route. Ball's thrown a little bit high. And inside, tough catch. That's one of those shots right there by the Nova Home Replay, our official replay sponsor, where the ball, you can see it. Perfect camera work. We got a good look at the high inside throw. When you miss a guy that wide open like that, you usually have to pay for it.
Rattlers defense has been making plays lately. They make another one right there. Low snap. Powell has to handle it himself, spins out of that tackle, and he's got a first down near the 10-yard line. Drew Powell getting some work done, and a 12-yard gain to the 12-yard line. The Rattlers move the chains.
Making the ugly play better, right? Fumbles the snap and then picks it up. Well, let's just go ahead and pick up 14 yards after we fumble a snap.
This is a 1-minute warning. Timeout on the field.
The 1-minute warning will take this timeout as well here on our broadcast. Arizona 20, Tucson 14. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
So the Rattlers with a chance to grab a 2-touchdown lead as we approach halftime. The 1-minute warning. Arizona 20, Tucson 14. Haley and Harrington in motion, fake it. Drew Powell, and he is brought down at the 5-yard line. Clock will keep moving. 7-yard gain for Drew.
Grant eBay with the solid tackle.
Drew with the nice pickup on the play. 2nd down and 4 to go for the Rattler offense. Drew came into the game the number 4 leading rusher in the IFL. Justin Rankin of Frisco at the top with 624 yards. Mike Jones of this Tucson Sugar Skulls team here tonight, the number 2 rusher in the league, followed by Nate Chavis and then Drew Powell. Timeout taken by Arizona. We're going to stay here with it, everybody.
Look at the amount of carries Mike Jones has, though, on the season. I mean, toting the rock, 138 carries coming into tonight.
Hey, man, the guy's a beast.
He is. It puts a pound on your body, but he's continued to just play well. Veteran of this league, but just gets better and better, like a fine wine.
$18 seconds remain here in the first half. And look in at the Rattlers huddle. And there are your Tucson Sugar Skulls. If you're a Tucson fan checking in on the broadcast, thanks for joining us. The lower bowl of the Footprint Center here, the Snake Pit, that was sold out this week. And they have opened up the top and sold a number of seats up there as well. Great crowd. Best crowd I think we've had this year for a Rattlers game.
Really is. Exciting. You got the Tucson fans coming up from I-10, coming up I-10.
Flip it left side. Jamal Miles, well, he's going to try to cut back. Really nowhere to go. Great defense by Grant Iba. He's able to come up and make that stop right at about the line of scrimmage. And the Rattlers will exercise, as you heard, their second timeout. Now they've got one remaining with 12 seconds left here in the half. Well said. How big would it be for the Rattlers to take a 2-touchdown lead into halftime?
Well, considering that they get the ball to come out of halftime, it would be huge, right? You have a real chance right now to put plenty of separation between you and the Sugar Skulls. If you can punch this in, leave very little, if any, time left on the clock at all. Punch this in, and then come out, start the second half, and punch it in right away.
Head coach Kevin Guy, the Hall of Famer. And his offense will line up 3rd down and 4. All at the 6-yard line of Tucson. One timeout remaining, so they can run a couple of plays from this spot. Powell looking right, now throws back the other way. Nice design on the play, and it's caught for the touchdown.
This is a great play. Little wing sneak. Braxton Haley comes down and really gets caught up in the line of scrimmage and hides. And a good job by Drew, who has to retreat to get that pass off, to be accurate with the throw in traffic.
Drew Powell to Braxton Haley. 6-yard touchdown for the Rattlers. They've got the points on the board. That will leave time for a kick return. Maybe, maybe an offensive play. Again, depending. 2 timeouts remaining for Tucson. And we'll see what they can do. Maybe get a long kick.
Watch Haley just kind of get lost in the shuffle. See him go up like he's blocking, he kind of stutters, and then all you need is defender Mike Minter looks in the backfield. Right as he looks in the backfield, Haley takes off.
Well, that really was a terrific play design. And the Rattlers cash it in. 6 seconds remaining here in the first half. 27-14. Arizona in front of Tucson. We'll break it down for you at halftime with a look at stats from that first half. This is game number 14 of the season for the Rattlers and game 13 for Tucson. 16 games scheduled, then the playoffs. Top 4 teams each division get to go to the playoffs. Right now, those teams in the Western Division are the Northern Arizona Wranglers, who have guaranteed a trip to the playoffs now. Arizona has also guaranteed themselves postseason. The Rattlers out.
It kind of shows you how great good coaching can be for a program. The job Coach Moss and the crew down, up with Northern Arizona have just been an awesome job.
Here's the kick, and that's gonna take some time off the clock. And that runs it down. We'll see if they put any time back on and give Tucson an opportunity.
If the runner was down, game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Tucson will get this opportunity. Do you think, Sed, you try to kick one from here, or?
I don't kick one. I throw something down, see if I can get a play. I don't kick one here for the simple fact that you've got a ton of guys that love to pressure. So you block a kick down here, you're giving up a safety or a touchdown. You've got to throw the ball down, take a shot, max protect, roll one way or the other, and just put it up. You've got big receivers. We talked about the size and length of these receivers. You've got to somehow protect, give the receivers time to get down the field.
Should be the final play of the first half, and then a timeout taken by the Rattlers.
Timeout. Arizona, their 3rd and final.
So the 2-touchdown lead that we speculated might happen for Arizona, they cash in for the score a moment ago, and they are up 27-14, and as you said they'll get the ball first in the second half. So a stop right here would be huge for the Rattlers. And though they're not thinking about this, of course, if you're a Rattler fan, you're thinking about vengeance. You're thinking about a little payback for what happened earlier this season. An 11-point loss to the Sugar Skulls in Tucson. And if I'm not mistaken, that might be the highest point total the Arizona Rattlers have ever surrendered in a game. I don't know that they ever, prior to that, had ever given up 70 points or more in a single game.
Well, not under Coach Guy's regime. We gave it up a few times back in the day. Yes. But we also won 82-81.
Deep downfield, intercepted to close out the half. Well, that could have gone to either one of those young gentlemen on that defense, and it was...
That is the end of the first half.
Was that Ezell who hauled it in?
It is Ezell.
Brandon
I don't like running backwards trying to catch that ball. There's a defender behind you. We're fortunate to get that pick.
Let's throw it down to Joe Pequeno with Coach Guy.
Well, Coach, unlike the first matchup when you said your defensive unit didn't get off the bus, this time they did a couple interceptions. Brandon Ezell to close out the first half.
Yeah, we almost had a third one down here in the end zone, and he got knocked out here at the last second. We've got him in fourth down the first couple of drives, just didn't get him off the field. We got him off the field the first one, but the second and third one, we didn't get him off the field. So we're getting close. We just got to keep trying to close them out here.
Offensively, you score in every possession. What do you see from your offense in that first half, Coach?
Well, they're executing, and we get the ball second half. We need to come out and score and widen this lead a little bit.
Thank you very much, Coach. Kevin Guy and the Arizona Rattlers feeling good going into the locker room.
27-14 is our score. Arizona does lead Tucson, everybody. We'll break it down for you here in just a couple of moments. Look at the stats from that first half as well. Hey, it's a great start for the Rattlers. Don't go anywhere. We'll have our halftime presentation right after this. Arizona Rattlers football. Stand by.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Back in for our halftime breakdown on this broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football. Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. Halftime score here, Arizona 27, Tucson 14. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner bringing you our live coverage from downtown Phoenix. 27-14 again is our score. As you take a look down from high above at the activity here at the Footprint Center. Well, let's see. This coming into the game, the Rattlers had the number 1 ranked offense in the league. The Tucson offense ranked number 2 in the league. We're looking at scoring here. Arizona averaging 54.1 points a game, and Tucson in second position, scoring at 51.2 points a game. So you knew that the potential of a high-scoring game was there. We're not really seeing that so much, although the Rattlers are on pace to match their 54, obviously with a 27-point first half. But said, I think the key so far in this has been how the Rattlers defense has been able to shut down the running game of Tucson. Mike Jones, you talk about him, he's a workhorse, carries the ball more than pretty much anybody you run into out there. And so as a team, only 3 yards rushing in the game here in the first half for Tucson, led by Mike Jones. So that Rattlers defense has done a great job helping to bottle him up. And yet on the other hand, the Rattlers themselves have rushed for 48 yards. So big difference. Well, the running game for Tucson is being shut down by that Rattlers defense.
Well, I think what's gone forgotten is Daquan Neal not being 100%. Not being able to use his legs to stretch out to go and run and help with that offense. He's got over 300 yards rushing on the season as well, right? So you're missing one of your key components in your rushing attack. Your dual rushing attack with Mike Jones and Daquan Neal has been hampered, right? Daquan Neal has not run the ball tonight, not one time. So it's all on Mike Jones, and when you can really focus on one player and go after him, it makes it a lot easier for your defense.
Let's talk about the defense for the Rattlers. Well, they've gotten some takeaways. The first drive of the game for Tucson ended inside the 5-yard line thanks to a nice stand by the Rattlers. They also got a couple of turnovers, takeaways. Dylan Winfrey with an interception. Brandon Ezell closed out the half with an interception as well for this defense. If you're Kevin Guy, I think that it's going pretty much to the script you set up coming into the game.
You expect. Right now you set up. You expect this script with your defense. If they play the right calls, do all the things they've been coached to do, this is the result of those type of things, right? You only had 2 drives where you didn't get off the field. Well, those 2 drives, you helped them with penalties. You helped the Sugar Skulls with penalties to allow them to continue drives and keep playing. So as long as this defense stays locked in and doesn't help Tucson, they've got a great shot of continuing to dominate this game.
Take a look at some of those highlights from that first half. There's your defense, and Robert Landers helping to get it done out on the edge. That was Devontae Merriweather helping him as well. There's another look at it. And we saw a number of tackles for loss by this team. Again, good play up front by that line for the Rattlers. Trayvon Williams, I should say. We haven't called his name a lot, but, I mean, he has really locked down the middle of that defense against the Tucson run as well. Those guys across the front. Devontae Merriweather coming up making plays. We saw Dylan Winfrey force also a play against the run. Just all in all, a solid job, those guys locking it down.
Well, I think the biggest thing we even learned on the call with Coach Guy is he wanted his guys to be more physical. He felt that Tucson was more physical than they were in the first matchup. So Joe talked about it early on in the report, how he called guys out. Wanted that physicality, wanted the guys to play at a tougher level of physical football and really get after Tucson. And they've done just that this first half.
Give you a couple other numbers here in that first half as far as total yardage goes for the Rattlers. They are 136 yards of total offense in that first half for the team to go against Tucson's 83 yards of offense. Again, it's the rushing game that's been the difference. 48 yards rushing for Arizona, just 3 yards in that entire first half for the Sugar Skulls. As far as receiving and passing and receiving yards goes, Arizona with 88 yards in the passing game and 80 yards in that first half for Tucson. So obviously relatively even there, but it is on the ground. And also just some takeaways on defense that have keyed this one for Arizona, and they've got the 2-touchdown halftime lead, 27-14. We'll grab a timeout, continue our halftime breakdown right after this. Arizona Rattlers football. Stand by, everybody.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latino artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
When they approached us to do this in the first place, we couldn't wait to get involved.
Come in here, and it feels like a football game should be here. It's a big event for us. In our opinion, this is going to be an outstanding spot to bring it to, and once you get a taste of it, I'm guessing you're going to want to come back.
Back into the Footprint Center. It's halftime, everybody. 27-14. The Arizona Rattlers leading the Tucson Sugar Skulls. The Rattlers a half a game behind the Western Division leading Northern Arizona Wranglers. There you look at numbers again from that first half. 11 first downs for the Rattlers to 7 for the Sugar Skulls. There's your difference. It's the running game. And Drew Powell's had a good game running the football to pace that rushing attack. 48 yards as a team, and as an individual, I'll get that number for you just right away. 47 yards rushing for Drew Powell. He has all but one of the team's rushing yardage. Shannon Brooks hasn't been used much in the running game today. In fact, hadn't been a weapon really at all He ran the ball one time, 2-yard gain for Shannon on that play. Braxton Haley ran it a couple of times, but the net for him was -1 yards rushing. On the other side, for Tucson, Quentin Pedroza has 5 yards rushing. Here's the key, Mike Jones. Mike Jones has been held to negative yardage in that first half. Said -2 yards from Mike Jones. That alone is a major victory for the Rattlers defense.
It is. It is. You've been able to rally, gang tackle, get him on the ground early, bring a lot of help. I think the effort by the defense has been outstanding. You know, this is a prideful group. You give up 73 points to a team, you remember that. And so your next time out, you want to go and show some dominance.
Well, dominance would describe Braxton Haley as well on offense. He has accounted for 66 yards of offense, including 67 yards in reception yardage. He has been on the receiving end of 2 touchdowns from Drew Powell today, so a couple of scores for him. The other scores in that first half for the Rattlers belong to Drew Powell and Jamal Miles. And on the other side, Quentin Pedroza got the ball in the end zone. Mike Jones also scored a touchdown in that first half for Tucson. Well, as you look ahead, look to the second half. If the Rattlers can put points on the board with their their opening possession, they'll get the ball first in the half. Is that a mountain too insurmountable for Tucson?
Never. The ball bounces funny. You've got some guys over there that can make some plays. But again, if the Rattlers are able to stay locked in on the defensive end and really take care of the ball on the offensive end, it's going to be really tough.
I want to remind you folks that today's game is presented by Spooner, the official physical therapy provider for the Arizona Rattlers. We value their partnership, and we thank them for being our presenting sponsor today of this broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football. The halftime score, Arizona 27, Tucson 14. The second half on the way next. This is Arizona Rattlers football. Stand by for it.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
When they approached us to do this in the first place, we couldn't wait to get involved.
Come in here, and it feels like a football game should be here. It's a big event for us. In our opinion, this is going to be an outstanding spot to bring it to, and once you get a taste of it, I'm guessing you're going to want to come back.
Get yo tickets, everybody. The IFL's championship game is on the way. Down to the field, let's go to Joe Pequeno.
Coach, halftime lead and the snake pit is rocking. You have a chance to set the tone again offensively. What do you want to see from your group in the second half?
Well, we need to finish. That's where we're at. We need to finish. Roost 7-9 right now at halftime. And our offense needs to come out and execute. We need to put the foot on the gas pedal. And we get some separation here. Right now, we know that DeQuan Neal's hurt. They're not really running. They're not running him at all. So we know that. They're wounded right now. So we need to take advantage of that.
Thank you very much, Coach. And Floyd said I had a chance to talk to Dixie Woon before the game. DeQuan Neal is battling a right knee strain, so he's not going to be running outside that pocket. He's relying on his arm. In that first half, the Arizona Rattlers held him to 7 of 15, 80 yards, and 2 picks. So defensively, Arizona stepping up to the challenge.
All right, Joe, thanks a lot for that. You know, Sed, I don't think we have footage of that injury that DeQuan suffered last week when playing for Tucson. But we've seen it. You and I looked at it before the game today, and when you look at it and you see the angle that his foot was turned as he came down. By the way, he kept running on that play, kept it going, stayed in the game.
And he's still.
You wonder.
He's still gutting it out right now, right? He's not 100% who he is, but I'm going to tell you right now, I would want that dude on the field for me. He's a warrior, and he's giving it everything he's got right now.
I don't know, 60% of DeQuan Neal is better than 100% of most people I've ever met.
Pretty damn good. Excuse my French.
If you're Tucson, that guy, you want him on the field in the lineup. And he has played a solid first half, but he has not been able to contribute with his legs. He has provided 80 yards passing for the team. Here's the second half kick. Jamal Miles through that defense. Tumbles ahead, and he's down at about the 24-yard line. Pretty good looking return that looked like it was going to be huge for the Rattlers, and we'll see what kind of tone that ends up setting as they get the ball. They'll mark it at midfield now, the 25-yard line, and the second half is underway here. Arizona Rattlers football. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner here in the booth tonight at the Footprint Center in downtown Phoenix. There's another look on the Nova Home Loans replay. Nova Home Loans, the exclusive replay presenting sponsors of Arizona Rattlers football. First down midfield, Drew Powell puts him in motion. Miles to the left. Powell steps up, fires, and that's in and out of Braxton Haley's hands. Well, that doesn't happen very often. Braxton with those sure hands, but he was looking up before the ball got there, and
that's exactly the perfect analogy of it there, partner. You watch his head here on the Nova Home Loans replay as he tries to take off upfield before he runs. Watch his head turn. Just takes his eyes off it for just a split second, and that's all it takes.
So that'll bring up second down, and there is Troy Pelletier split out to the right. Haley on that side of the formation in the slot, and that's a quarterback draw. And that collapses quickly. Good defense by the Sugar Skulls. And the guy that made the tackle was Rayshaw Jackson, the linebacker.
I tell you, that's a misread by Drew Powell. You don't see this often. If he cuts to his left, watch Shannon do a great job of blocking. She's got him sealed on his left side. But Rayshaw Jackson does a better job of really keeping his outside arm free. fighting through the block and making the tackle.
Jackson from the University of Florida there with the stop. 3rd down and 7. Pass caught, Pelletier left side. That's a first down. He's driven out inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first down and goal for the Rattlers as they get this moving on their opening second half possession. A 2-touchdown lead right now. Can they make it 3?
This is a good read. Good early read by Drew Powell. He spots the zone, gets the ball out early. And Pelletier gets downhill in a hurry.
Good look from the crew. Our director is Greg Jones. Our producer and technical director, Derek Simmons. Graphics designer, that's Caleb Bushi. And here comes the snap. Powell with a lot of time. Look at how much time he does have to throw. He decides, I'll just run it myself. Spins toward the end zone. The step across. And Drew Powell is in the end zone. A Rattlers touchdown.
Wow. There were 2 or 3 defensive players that thought they had him dead to rights. He puts a defensive lineman in the spin cycle here, okay? Directed traffic, right there. Oh, and just fights through. You can't arm tackle this guy. He runs with so much power and force, but good coverage down the field. But you get out of your rush lanes, you leave him areas to run, and that's trouble for your defense.
That was a terrific play by one of those defensive linemen, but then he did not have the wherewithal to stay with Drew, and when Drew put the little juke move on him.
And took his shoes from him when he went on in the end zone.
11-19 remains.
Time down the field.
Here in the fourth, the third quarter. I'll get it right. The third quarter, everybody. And Arizona jumping out to a nice 3-touchdown lead, 34-14. Stand by. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
Back in for the kickoff. And we're going to check in a moment with Joe Pequeno and Drew Powell. The current and reigning MVP of the IFL. Now we got a little confusion on the kick. It's away. And that's fielded 8 yards deep. Benjamin Jones with the speed. And he is wrapped up and brought down out across the 20-yard line. Down to Joe Pequeno on the sideline.
Thank you, Floyd. Wash, rinse, and spin cycle. All we were missing was the Clorox on that touchdown run. Drew, talk me through that incredible run and a great display of heart.
Oh man, they dropped the DNs. They dropped everybody in coverage. There's really nowhere for me to throw it. And I heard coach in my ear running. And I looked down. I'm like, oh, that's a touchdown. So I took off, made one dude miss, and I just had to will. When I get to the 3, I'm gonna will myself to try to score.
Drew, quick shout out for someone.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Spooner, man. I went over there this week and got some treatment, man. I feel way better. That's why you see me running the ball like that. Shout out to Spooner, man. Thank you, guys.
Drew Powell, a man on a mission. Floyd said.
I love that call out of our game presenting sponsor. That would be Spooner Medical. Spooner is the official physical therapy provider of the Arizona Rattlers. And how about that timely shout out by Drew Powell, who's having a great game engineering that offense today for the Rattlers. You saw Theo Majette with the great play, the sack. Here's a diving catch on the sideline. That's an interception. Kyrie Woods has it. They'll call him down on contact with the boards. But the Rattlers making plays. And they've got the football with a 3-touchdown lead.
They try to sneak a comeback route right in front of them. Great coverage. Kyrie steps in front and makes a diving interception. That's just a great play. And going back to Spooner, our game sponsor, they've helped me get back on the field a few times back in the day. They've been around the Valley doing great things for a long time. And, you know, old beat-up dude like myself, I needed a lot of help.
You couldn't find a rib protector big enough.
No. I really couldn't.
To avoid the trips down to Spooner, could you?
Well, it was mostly.
You looked.
It was mostly the lower leg area. Because I was a big guy, everybody liked to hit me down in the knees and stuff like that. So.
I got you. First down play here. Rattlers snap drop. Powell picks it up.
Just go down.
And he is going to be dragged down. The guy that makes the play deep in that backfield. For Tucson, that's Ronald Collins, the 6'2", 290-pound defensive lineman for the Sugar Skulls. 2-yard loss on the play. Second down and 12 coming up.
And not what you want to see after a big turnover, right? You put the ball on the deck. You're fortunate to get it back, but right now is where you want to see the Rattlers really tighten it up and really close it out. Finish downhill and strong for the remainder of the game.
Second down play, straight ahead. Powell takes the snap. Pressure and releases toward the sideline. Incomplete for Braxton Haley. Well, we've seen Drew with a lot of time to throw today. It closed down on him that time, and all he could do was get rid of the ball.
Well, and again, when Tucson decides to go sticky coverage, they've had issues getting open. And what I mean by sticky is when you're waiting, you're catching receivers, you're not allowing them to run in space. So right now they're down 3 scores. They've got to make something happen.
Timeout. Taken by Tucson.
They're first.
Well, our score is Arizona 34, Tucson 14. This timeout in the final.
Timeout in the field.
I'm looking at the wrong clock there. This is 7:54 on the clock, third period. We're back after this. Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. How many times can I say, oh, yeah?
Back to the action, everybody. Having fun down on the turf, by the way. They had the football toss for the fans. If you're enjoying the broadcast and wish you could get here, well, you've got a couple of opportunities left. 2 more home games for the Rattlers. And the next one is arguably the biggest of the year. They're going to take on the Western Division leading Northern Arizona Wranglers a week hence. You looking forward to that game?
I 100% am. I know the kind of coaching they have up there. Rob Keefe, D coordinator, Les Moss, Rod Windsor, former Rattler champion, offensive coordinator. This really solid coaching staff. They've done a nice job of turning that thing around. You could ask anybody, they wouldn't have thought that.
Rattlers with trouble on the snap. Drew was trying to follow through, continue with the play, and it almost cost him right there. He had to cover it up. For a moment, didn't look like he was actually going to be able to get back on it.
For injury.
And the injury is way downfield
I believe it's
at the end zone.
Minter.
Well, Mike is in a lot of pain right now. We don't know why as we take a look at Drew Powell's numbers. Just go back over the last few games. And how about that Bay Area performance, right?
Well, especially with back-to-back weeks, right? And the second time you go into their building and really take care of business, hang up an 80 spot.
Meanwhile, Mike Minter is still on the turf. I'm not sure we're going to be able to see what might have happened to Mike. As you watch Drew Powell's earlier touchdown run, and we're taking another look at Drew on that run as he split those defenders.
I think that's what makes it tough is he's deceptively quick. And you don't realize how fast or quick he is until he's up on you, and it's too late at that point.
It's a big body as well coming at you downhill. Well, Minter is going to require assistance to get off the field. He is literally being carried off the field right now as you continue to take a look at some of the replays from this first half. I think Joe might have something for us on Mike Minter. Joe?
Yeah, right now he is being carried off the field, and the assistant coaches are taking a look at him as they just sat him down, and looks like as we draw a little closer, they're trying to evaluate exactly what it is. They put his leg up on a chair and they're trying to stretch it out to see exactly what it is. But anytime, and said you can vouch for this, anytime you stretch the leg out, could be a potential knee injury, but it's looking like it's on the higher end of his thigh, which is a good thing. Maybe he's got some cramping, maybe he just took a hit, and so it looks like it's not a potential bad knee injury.
All right, Joe, thanks.
Yeah, it looks in the area of a hip flexor, but I think there's going to be a encroachment call on the nose guard here.
Offside. Defense number 66 with contact. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
Well, it's going to be 4th and 13 after they mark off 5 yards. That's going to help Rattlers' cause just a bit. Arizona with a 3-touchdown lead right now and the football. They've got to convert right here, try to keep this one going, and they just continue to pour it on.
Well, they've poured it on themselves on this drive. They've dropped some snaps, getting a little sloppy. This is where you got to talk about just lock in, focus, and really try to finish strong through this half.
Powell looking downfield, and his pass is battled for and won by Braxton Haley. He's inside the 10-yard line. He got that first down, and he just would not give up on the football. A great duel at the point of contact, and it's won by Haley.
I'll tell you what, he misses Jamal Miles over the top here. There's a corner sitting right there. Jamal Miles open behind that. But the catch is tremendous right here by Haley.
2 men go in, 1 man comes out. That's my paraphrase on that. You know the movie. Slot to the right side. Miles in motion that way. Here's a toss to Jamal Miles. He's got the ball in the side pocket of the end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers.
That's a dime right there. Great throw by Drew Powell.
The Arizona Rattlers taking full advantage of their opportunities. Have they, in this game, failed to score with a possession? I don't think they have.
Well, they tried every bit at the beginning of that drive to give that ball away.
They did.
But they've really just continued to grind.
The kick is good for Ernesto Lacayo. And with 4:58 on the clock in the third quarter,
time down the field.
Look at this lead, 41-14, Arizona in front of Tucson. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Renew your season tickets for the 2020 season by the end of
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Hey, they're having fun at the Footprint Center, everybody. It's a packed house, the lower bowl anyway. It's sold out. The fans are having a great time. Electric atmosphere. Good look on that guy's face. And our score, Arizona 41, Tucson 14. They are rocking at the snake pit. Lacayo's kick will be taken right at the goal line by the Sugar Skulls, and a nice return. Boy, that's what really makes Benjamin Jones special is how he anticipates. You can just see him winding the motor up, and then he sticks that foot in the ground and gets going. Nice return. Always dangerous out to the 25-yard line.
He runs with power as well. Great move there to avoid. Very close.
4.5 minutes on the clock, third period. Fake it. And we've got a new quarterback, and he's got a first down. That's 13 yards on the gain. Gabriel Cunningham into the game for the Sugar Skulls.
I mean, you've got to recognize that Daquan Neal is no longer in the game. So things change. You can't pin your ears back and be irresponsible on your rush.
Well, listen, if that play there is any indication, we're going to start to see a lot more of the running game featured. But if you're Mike Jones and you get knocked down by Kyrie Woods that deep in the backfield, it's at least a 6-yard loss. They'll mark him at the 19 after that play. I mean, it's just, Mike Jones can't find a lane to run through.
Well, it makes it tough. I mean, that play right there was made right on the edge by Chris Terrell. Watch him take two defenders here and split them. Takes two guys out. That frees up everybody to come and run. That's just a strong play by Chris Terrell.
Terrell had a terrific game last week. Strip sack, quarterback sack. On top of that, tipped, batted ball that was hauled in for a pick six, and another great defensive play. This time Dylan Winfrey leading the attack, and he's able to get to Cunningham, the quarterback, in the backfield. That will be a 3-yard loss. So back-to-back losses, significant losses. This ball all the way back to the 22-yard line. Third down and a long way to go. 3rd and 20.
And I think Mike Jones was supposed to motion on the other side of the field. And just kind of falling apart here. They've been so good the last few weeks, but when your commander, your leader, is banged up and not able to play at his full strength, it makes it tough.
Cunningham with time to throw, and his pass is knocked down by Trayvon Williams, who stepped across the face of that receiver and knocked it down. Cunningham, out of Texas Tech, also played at New Mexico in his college days. He is getting his baptism under fire in this one today.
Yeah, but you see him, that's something you can't do. Throw the ball back across the middle of the field. Fortunately, it wasn't picked off. Now they're going to run Logan Justice out for the field goal attempt.
40-yard try with those narrow uprights. It's got to feel more like 60 yards. And Justice will boot it away. It's a pretty good looking kick, but it sailed wide to the right. No, that's good. Kick is good. So he knocks it through from 40 yards away, and that closes the gap slightly. The Rattlers lead 41-17 over the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Stand by. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latino artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
3 games, including this one, remaining on the schedule for the Arizona Rattlers, and that head coach Kevin Guy, his fellas today getting some work done. 41-17, they lead with 1:37 remaining third quarter. The Rattlers over the Tucson Sugar Skulls next Saturday night, 6:05 p.m. kickoff. Here's the one you've all been waiting for. The Northern Arizona Wranglers leading the Western Division by a half a game right now over the Rattlers. Will be coming in, and we'll be following the progress of the Wranglers tonight. We'll get you an update on what they're doing here in a moment. Find out if there's a likelihood that these two teams will be in the same positions next week, 1 and 2 at the top of the division in that order. Northern Arizona in first place. And then the Wranglers, by the way, are going to wrap up their regular season on July 10th, a Sunday afternoon, 3:05 p.m. as they host the Vegas Nighthawks. From the end zone, Jamal Miles. And he gets dragged down from the jersey from behind. And the guy that was there to help make that stop. Grant.
eBay. eBay.
On my pronunciation key, I'll show you. This is the literal pronunciation key. What does that say? Iba. That is literally from the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Grant Iba. I'm gonna go with that.
I'm gonna go with either one. If it's on there,
it's in black and white right here. So there you go. 1:07 left here in the third period. 41-17. Drew Powell looking across the middle, and he's got Shannon Brooks. Second touch today for Shannon. This on a pass reception, takes it to the Tucson 24-yard line. Modest gain, 3 yards to pick up on the play. Second down, 7 ahead for the Rattlers.
Still a positive play, being patient. You didn't force it. You catch Sugar Skulls in a zone and you hit your check down. It's okay. It's the right play.
Miles and Pelletier in motion. Drew looking to the end zone. Well, he had a man open, but he overthrows Jamal Miles. Incomplete.
Well, he overthrew it because he saw the backside help coming down from the boundary. That's a good place for that ball.
Well, that's going to be the final play of the third period, everybody.
That is the end of the third quarter.
Rattlers comfortably in front, in no hurry to run another play before the buzzer sounded. The Arizona Rattlers in front of the Tucson Sugar Skulls in this one, 41-17. The fourth quarter on the way. Stand by. It's Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. We specialize rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training. Our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
I get it. It can be hard for you to tell us what's wrong with your car. Relax. At Grulix Automotive Repair, we speak car.
Kind of making that sound like...
We understand. At Grulix, our ASC certified technicians can diagnose your car or truck and get you back on the road quickly and safely.
Like that.
We hear you.
Grulix, dedicated to your drive.
Yeah, that's a great look at the Sidewinders, Arizona Rattlers cheer squad. They are the best in the business, hands down. 41-17, Arizona in front of Tucson here in this one. And the score in the fourth quarter with action just underway in that period. In Prescott Valley, Northern Arizona hosting the Duke City Gladiators. The score there, 35-26. Duke City in front of Northern Arizona. Well, there's some drama for you right there.
14 plus minutes left, partner.
There's a lot of time, okay. But there's still some drama. Okay, yes. That's drama.
Little pressure.
Still qualifies.
Little pressure on the Wranglers.
It's like an episode of Columbo. Still some drama. Here's the snap, and up the middle it goes, and we've got a new quarterback on the field, and he decides to get used to the contact out there. How did you like the run by Demery Croft, who's come in here in the fourth quarter in place of Drew Powell to take over that offense?
I mean, this is a terrific start for the young fella. He's big, strong, got a bright future, still learning the game. But I tell you what, he is a specimen when you go up and stand next to that kid.
He'll fake it. He wants to run again. And Croft is knocked down at the 4-yard line. Trailing that play and making that catch was, or making the tackle was Rayshad Jackson. Well, Demery Croft takes over. Demery out of Minnesota, played for the Golden Gophers. And now he plays for Kevin Guy and the Rattlers. Last season, played for the Tucson Sugar Skulls.
Starter for most of that season.
Demery under center, toss sweep right side. Shannon Brooks spins his way, and I think he broke the goal line. Nope. They're going to mark him down inside the 1-yard line. Yeah, it sure looked like he had spun with the ball across and broke the plane, but obviously the two officials converging from either side said nope, didn't do it.
I mean, great runner and great run there by Brooks. It was physical. It winds up just short.
It will be 3rd down and goal. The ball at the 1-yard line. Croft under center again. Brooks behind him, and they're going to give it to Shannon. Stretch play right side. In the end zone, Rattlers touchdown. Demery almost didn't make it out of there on the snap.
He's a big, long-legged guy. Left those feet in there a little bit too long.
He eventually was able to get the ball into the hands of Shannon Brooks, and well, you saw Shannon do the rest. He gets involved in today's scoring. Jared Harrington to hold. Here's the snap. Lamar Mady, the long snap. The hold by Harrington, and the kick wide right. It's no good. 47-17. Comfortable. 30-point advantage for the Rattlers. Stand by, everybody. The 4th quarter underway here in downtown Phoenix. Arizona Rattlers football.
You stay healthy and help stay affordable. Visit
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
It's time to get inspired with Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Host Jane Klaus shares with you the fascinating places, unique activities, and useful services found across our state. From crafting projects to dining destinations to suggestions for your next getaway. Learn how to get the most out of your Arizona lifestyle. Watch Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Sunday and Tuesday evening only on YourView or streaming at yourview.com.
Back into Phoenix, everybody. Our score, Arizona 47, Tucson 17. Shannon Brooks just finds the end zone for the Rattlers. We'll check in on the field with Shannon, who is with Joe Pecoino.
Yeah, Floyd here with Shannon Brooks. A big physical run, Shannon, just barreling in the way into the end zone. Your thoughts of you guys setting the tone with a physicality?
Man, we always work to come out and play physical. The O-line playing real physical. The whole offense is playing physical. The The defense is playing physical. We're playing physical as a team. And it's always exciting. It's always a good feeling knowing everybody's playing physical, everybody locked in. Credit to my O-line for that run.
And how about this sidelines? In between the break, everyone's dancing, kicking it, pumping it up like this.
Oh, yeah, just like that. Yes, sir. You already know it.
There you go.
Hey, it's a lot of energy in the building tonight. We always love our fans coming out supporting us. It means everything to us. We appreciate the energy. It's always loud in here. Ain't nothing like the Snake Pit.
Shannon Brooks bringing the B-O-O-M. Boom, baby. Boom.
The Rattlers with a 30-point lead. You like that?
I did like it.
You like that, didn't you?
Very much. Boom.
Well, Gabriel Cunningham stays in at quarterback for the Sugar Skulls. Nice move. Good run. 9 yards to gain into Rattlers territory. Hey, folks, today's game is presented by Spooner, the official physical therapy provider for the Arizona Rattlers. We always appreciate their sponsoring partnership here at the Rattlers. Thank you to Spooner. Today's game presented by Spooner Sports Medicine. Well, still a lot of fans here at the Snake Pit enjoying a comfortable lead by their team. Toss sweep right side. Mike Jones, he's got the first down. Hit on that edge out there. Also now getting a chance to play on that defense for the Rattlers. Checking in is Jacoby Taylor, and he helped out on that tackle.
Talk about being a pro. Mike Jones just continuing to battle. Negative yards in the first half. Hasn't been an easy day for him, but he's just continued to get after it and try to make it happen.
We'll update the score from Prescott Valley here in just a moment. Fake it left side. Cunningham to the end zone. He throws into traffic. There was a push off by the offensive receiver. He hauls the ball in, and a late flag, I think, will identify Pedroza guilty for pass interference. Looked like he fought and pushed the defender away to gain that position.
It's exactly what it's going to be.
Pass interference. Offense, number 3. 10-yard penalty from previous spot. Repeat, first down.
Take another look at it on the Nova Home Loans replay. Well, you can't really see the push there, but everybody along that sideline claims to have seen it.
Of course. And you're tight covered, and then all of a sudden you're not covered. There's got to be some extension going on.
And at least one of those officials did agree with that. Mike Jones on the right sideline. Nice open field tackle. Devontae Merriweather on the tackle. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 15. Ball right at the midfield mark for the Sugar Skulls. Well, I've got an updated score for you. About 8.5 minutes remain in the game at the Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, and a 41-28 lead right now for the Duke City Gladiators. Cunningham escaping pressure. Famatu couldn't wrap him up, and finally the tackle is made after about a 6-yard gain on the play. Goes just inside the 20-yard line for Gabriel Cunningham.
A little bit of hold there. They get away with it, but you like the way Cunningham's coming in here. I mean, it is, there is pressure for days back there, and Cunningham just trying to do his best to make plays. Rattlers secondary unafraid of the size by the receivers, and maybe they understand Cunningham's ability to throw, so they're going to just play man up.
Pass caught by Pedroza. I am trying to identify. Is that Kyrie Woods back there?
On the backside?
Yes.
That's Brandon Ezel was playing on the front side.
Well, let's have a look at that guy right at the back of the defense. That's Kyrie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. That front jersey number is a little bit marred. I can't quite make it out. 4th down play straight ahead for the Sugar Skulls. 4th and 3. 7:42 remaining. Motion to the line. Cunningham lofts over the middle. And the hand is up, and the ball is deflected. Ezel getting there.
He almost had another pick there. Did a good job of just knocking it down.
That'll be a turnover on downs. Another stop for the Rattler defense. And you can see the smiles there. Drew Powell smiling. A moment ago, Jared Harrington with a big smile, congratulating his team and their defense.
Jumped off the wrong foot, or you'd have had another pick.
Demery Croft lofting it deep. That pass caught for the touchdown. Braxton Haley hauls it in, his 3rd touchdown today. I'm not sure you'd be very upset having that guy coming off your bench. Dropped it in perfectly to Braxton Haley. The Rattlers are on the board again.
Well, look at the air and altitude, drops it in the bucket. Soft touch.
22 Ernesto Lacayo to attempt the extra point.
Great throw. Get exactly what you want, man coverage, and you take advantage of it. Look at that ball in the bucket, point of the nose coming down. Really good throw.
Well, I do believe the Wranglers have tacked a touchdown on late in their game with Duke City as we watch the kick up and through for Ernesto Lacayo. Well, the Wranglers have scored, and they've got it to within 1 touchdown with about 5 minutes remaining in their game at Prescott Valley. Here in this one with 5:55 left in the 4th quarter, the Arizona Rattlers lead Tucson 54-17. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
They're making noise here in Phoenix, everybody. Welcome back in. Arizona Rattlers football, 54-17. So the Rattlers will go to 11-3 with a victory here today. And what will become of the record for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, who are trailing right now 41-34 with about 5 minutes remaining in their game. They just missed an extra point to keep that at a 7-point game. You watch Braxton Haley haul it in. He is a candidate for our player of the game announcement at the end of this one. Ball taken two yards deep. Benjamin Jones electrifying the Sugar Skulls fans that made the trip. He brings it out all the way to the Rattlers 15-yard line. We'll get to see Gabriel Cunningham and that offense come back out for Tucson.
I mean, I'm squib kicking down the middle. I'm trying not to. I mean, this dude scares the daylights out of me every time he catches the ball. He looks like he's going to take it the distance. Come on, Ernesto. You got to get up in there, buddy.
I don't think Ernesto really appreciated the
forearm.
The forearm shiver. Yeah. Reminded him that he's.
Don't say it.
But a kicker. 15-yard line, the spot here for Tucson. Now, he's a great kicker. And by the way, we've seen him make plays on that and that coverage for his team.
Tucson.
Timeout taken by the Sugar Skulls here with 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Don't forget, next week, the Arizona Rattlers are going to be at home again. In fact, 3 consecutive home games to wrap up the regular season. Next week, Northern Arizona comes to town. Kickoff 6:05 next Saturday right here on Cox Media, your review. Also on the Indoor Football League's YouTube channel. You can watch the game, or why not, even better, get a ticket and get yourself down here to the Footprint Center, downtown Phoenix, and watch the game with us.
It's going to be a war.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Handed off. Pedroza hit at the 10-yard line. He stopped right there, and Joe Pequeno is down on the sideline. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, boy, you know, Dylan Winfrey's really stepped up his game with his 8th interception of the year, which leads the IFL. You know, he talked about this team developing that closeout mentality, and he wants to see that from his team for the rest of the season. He says that's the one hole in this team. And we're talking about a player who's not afraid to face his fears. We'll talk more about Dylan Winfrey right after this play.
Second down play, second down, the ball at the 11-yard line. Cunningham flips it right side. Mike Jones with the stiff arm, and he is going to go down. That's Brandon Ezel coming up to force the run. Stop him short of the line to gain. As I remind you that our presenting replay sponsor is Nova Home Loans. We want to thank Nova Home Loans for those great looks we get throughout the game. Official replay sponsor of the Arizona Rattlers. Third down play straight ahead now. Ball at the 8-yard line. The Rattlers 8-yard line. Getting into that zone now, that frame of mind for Tucson. They got to start working on some things. That's Pedroza, I believe, on another carry. He gets upended at the 5-yard line, and they're going to say first down for the Sugar Skulls. I know that Joe had some final thoughts there on Dylan Winfrey. Joe?
Yeah, this summer, Dylan Winfrey actually took a trip to Malibu, California, and Malibu is on the lower end of the Pacific Coast Highway, and Dylan Winfrey is not afraid of a lot of things, but he is afraid of heights. So on the way to Malibu Beach, he was getting some motion sickness, but needless to say, he got to the beach and felt a sense of accomplishment that he overcame his fears. And we're talking about a player that had to overcome his sense of height in the course of his playing career, and a player that walked on to the Arizona Rattlers and became, and still is, one of the best players in the IFL.
I want to correct something. Carrington Thompson was the guy who carried on the previous play, and now Benjamin Jones handles the ball, takes it to the 5-yard line for Tucson. Playing for some pride, but playing to see what they can take away here in the final moments. Can you build on something in the final 2.5 minutes here?
You're always being assessed, right? In this game, you're always being assessed by everybody, by the coaches. Where are you at mentally? How are you handling things? It's a big deal.
And that's got to be frustrating right there for Gabriel Cunningham, the quarterback, as he drops it on the turf. And there's Chris Terrell getting there to make sure he goes no further. 3-yard loss out to the 8-yard line and a touchdown late in the game. There is 1 minute left in Prescott Valley, and the Wranglers have pulled it within a point, 41-40. Awaiting the outcome of the point after. Brandon Ezel has the ball go right through his hands. He's going to do the push-ups. which I suppose is a requirement if you drop the ball on that defense. Had an opportunity, but
man, that thing screamed. I mean, maybe it had a little too much mustard on it, but man, right through the wickets. Not only push-ups, but he turned them into clap push-ups, the Rocky style.
Well, that's gonna work for you because the first push-ups weren't really.
No extension.
Were those really push-ups?
You can't count them. He did a total of 1/2-1.
They were pushes.
They were pushes. Just tricep builders.
Challenge flag has come out on the field from Tucson. There's Dixie Wooden.
Challenging the ruling of a legal twist. The play is under review.
A minute, 9 seconds remain, and we're going to have to start our consideration on the player of the game in this one, and there are a few names. Braxton Haley, I feel like he leads the way here today.
He's outside the pocket. He does lead the way, but I don't know.
You're thinking about the challenge right
twist,
here.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gets blocked outside the pocket.
Well, there's the twist, though, right there.
Yeah, but the quarterback runs out of the pocket.
But the twist happens before the quarterback leaves the pocket. So does that matter?
Twist if your guy is driving you outside? Because that's what happened. He wasn't just running outside. He started in the middle, and you were blocked.
If you get manned up by the other guy?
I don't want to say it like that. That comes off negative. But if you get blocked and you're washed all the way outside.
Yeah. Well, you tell me.
I mean.
Listen, I lean on you when it comes to the finer details here.
I mean, if you get blocked and you're way outside, is that?
Terrific question. By the way, the score in Prescott Valley now is 42-41. Northern Arizona has taken the lead. They must have converted on a 2-point.
They just did.
2-point try. How about the moxie to go for 2 right there?
Well, you're at home. Minute left. You've actually shut them down. It's been. Remember, it was 41-26.
Yes.
For a minute.
A legal twist. Defense, number 67. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Now, C said, I'm not going to suggest.
First down.
I'm not going to suggest. I saw that coming, and I questioned your expertise.
Watch the nose guard. That's who the call is on. It's on the nose guard. So watch where he goes. He takes a step left, and then the center, Cordell Brewster, drives him. He's not trying to run outside. He's just being. I mean, what's he supposed to do? You can't call it. I mean, you're calling it.
This is a 1 minute warning.
He's getting beasted, is what you're trying to tell me.
He's getting blocked.
Gotcha.
Timeout in the field.
Duly noted. Let's grab a timeout with the 1 minute warning flashing. And our score, 54-17. A comfortable Arizona Rattlers lead as they're on their way to their 11th victory of the season. The fourth quarter will resume, and we'll wrap it up in just a bit. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
When they approached us to do this in the first place, we couldn't wait to get involved.
Come in here, and it feels like a football game should be here. It's a big event for us. In our opinion, this is going to be an outstanding spot to bring it to, and once you get a taste of it, I'm guessing you're going to want to come back. Want to come back. Want to come back.
Second down.
While you were gone, Tucson ran in offensive play and had some confusion in the backfield. The ball, however, is inside the 1 yard line for the Sugar Skulls.
We got a penalty on Dylan Fa'amatu.
Well, second and goal. Handoff. Great surge defensively, but Benjamin Jones is able to bounce off that, take it into the end zone.
Man, that guy can flat out run the ball, can he?
I mean, he ran into a cinder block wall. Somehow kept his feet, kept his stride going, and he found the end zone for the Sugar Skulls. 43 seconds remaining. It's 54-23. Arizona in front. We know who the player of the game is. We will announce that for you here in just a moment, everybody. First, Logan Justice will try to tack one on for Tucson. Good leg. Kick good. So 54-24. Arizona is in front, everybody. And our player of the game today is Braxton Haley. Braxton with 6 receptions on the day.
129 yards and 3, count them, 3 partner touchdowns.
Yeah, pretty good day at the office for Braxton Haley. He is our player of the game. We'll speak to him in our post game today.
You got to be excited about Drew's effort tonight as well. 11 of 16. That's 68%, just under 69. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Did have 1 fumble, but recovered his own fumble. And this guy, Mr. Perfect, 1 for 1, 37 yards. Dimry Croft with a long touchdown throw to Braxton, the MVP of the game for the Rattlers.
Are you okay with Dimry Croft's pass?
Yes.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. That guy right there just came across your screen, Devontae Merriweather. He could have easily been selected as well. How about 10 tackles today to lead that defense for Devontae?
And listen, doing it on the defensive end as special teams as well. The only time he comes off is on offense.
I mean, he would have been a very deserving recipient, no question about it. But there's your guy, Braxton Haley.
Tucson.
3 times,
third and final.
3 times in the end zone today. 100+ yards receiving. And you're going to call his guys into a discussion. Timeout taken by the Sugar Skulls. How about our next broadcast? How about next week? The Rattlers are at home again. 6:05 kickoff right here at the Footprint Center. They're going to take on the Northern Arizona Wranglers, who look to be completing the comeback late in their game. Well done by the Wranglers, who trailed 41-26 not very long ago. And now with a half a minute remaining, they are in front 42-41. Well, the game's not over, and if you've got Rodney Atkins at your helm quarterbacking your offense, although I don't know if Rodney is upright, I thought I saw somebody else taking snaps as I looked in on that game. I saw somebody else taking snaps for Duke City, but unfortunately for them, they don't have the football. And the clock is now under a half a minute remaining as Northern Arizona tries to close it out. In this game, the Rattlers are going to field the kickoff 9 yards deep. Jamal Miles, the shimmy, and he is going to slide down at the 10-yard line.
Smart play by Jamal. Game like this, you want to keep the clock running, finish, and get everybody out of here. Tucson does not have another timeout, so 2 plays and it's a wrap.
I don't even know if they have to run the 2. Set. Just snap it one time.
Clock is running. He kept it in bounds by sliding down. Snap it once and it's over.
Another smart play. You know what's great turnout tonight by these fans here at the Footprint Center on a night when there's another professional sports franchise playing just down the road.
Well, it's also hot out there. Come on inside. The AC is wonderful.
Well done by Rattler Nation. There's your knee down, your kneel down by Demery Croft. And this one in the books, everybody. Victory for Arizona. Final score 54-24. They get some vengeance in a big, big way. After that earlier season loss in Tucson and the disappointment of that loss. Remember the final score in that one was 74-63. The point total itself was shocking. But that margin in losing that game, 11 points, easily the biggest margin of the season. The other 2 losses for the Rattlers were 3-point losses. And I see that Coach Guy is just about set to join our Joe Pequeno on the field for a little wrap-up. And he looks like he's in good spirits. We'll throw it to Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Floyd. Coach, great effort tonight. You set the tone defensively with the first stop, 3 picks defensively. You talked about the last time you faced Tucson. Your team didn't bring it, not coming off the bus. Tonight they did, Coach.
No, we played well tonight. I'm proud of the guys. They, worked hard all week, came out and executed. Offensively, I believe we scored on every possession tonight, and defensively we come up with some big stops. So, we just gotta, it's playoff time. We gotta get it rolling.
Yeah, no question, Coach. This team is in playoff mode, and what was nice to see in that second half, your team's enjoying a sizable lead, and you guys are cutting loose, having some fun in that sideline.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun group of guys. They enjoy it, but, at the end of the day, they didn't lose their focus. So as long as they don't lose their focus, they're good.
Coach, next week, the big one, Northern Arizona, who just survived Duke City tonight. Looked like Duke City was going to pull off that victory. Northern Arizona rallied next week right here at the Snake Pit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We control our own destiny, so we just got to come out, be ready to play next week.
Thank you very much, Coach. Arizona
All right, Joe.
Rattlers.
Joe, thank you for that. Well, it doesn't matter. Said, does not matter. You got to come and take care of your business. And the way the Rattlers played tonight against a stout Tucson team, if they bring that kind of game next week, well,
they'll have a more challenge defensively next week.
Yeah.
Northern Arizona's defense is outstanding, just like the Rattlers' defense. It's going to be a slugfest. You look at the previous game, I think it was, 70 points total in the game between 2 teams, 74. So it's going to be tough sledding in a physical contest.
Well, let's do this. Well, let's go down on the field and talk to our player of the game. Joe's got him. That's Braxton Haley. What a great night for Braxton, including 3 touchdowns. Joe?
No question, Floyd. 6 receptions, 129 yards, 3 reps. Braxton, someone brought their A game. You delivered in a big way, brother.
Yeah, man. The whole week, the mindset was we got to take a step forward. We came to work every day in practice, prepared very hard, practice hard. And as you can see, man, we took care of business tonight. Good team win.
You and I talked about this team in a unusual situation, unlike years past, chasing the first place team. And you talked about maybe it's a good situation for the team. Your thoughts?
Yeah, 100%. Last year and previous years we've been in the driver's seat, not been on the chase. And this year being on the chase, man, we're grinding every day. You can tell the feel around the arena, or the practice facility, we're all top notch, man. We're all ready to work, man. Get this dub.
Let's talk about you and the night you had, but you got to give some credit to your quarterbacks.
Yep.
Drew
the O-line
made some good throws. You made some great catches in traffic, and then, of course, Demery on the bomb at the end of the game. And the love to your teammates.
Yeah, 100%, man. You know, it's not a one-man show, man. You know, it takes all 8 guys on the field, you know, to reach a common goal. You know, Drew Powell, Demery, 2 great quarterbacks, 2 of the best in the league. You know, we got the best O-linemen in the league, the best running backs, man, top to bottom. We're just good, man. We come to work every day, and you see it's paying off right now.
Let's flip it over to the defensive side where they set the tone. Man. 3 picks, Dylan, Brandon Ezel, and of course Kyrie Woods. I mean, holding down, locking down a very explosive Tucson offense.
Yep, you know, Coach Guy was telling us all week that the defense didn't get off the bus last time we played Tucson. So the defense had a chip on their shoulder this week. You know, as you see, they came to play, man. They played very well.
Want to get your thoughts. Northern Arizona, the big one right here, the rematch at the Snake Pit.
You know, it's going to be a good, exciting atmosphere. We're going to get back to work after this win, and I'm ready to play. I'm ready to see it.
Braxton, something tells me if you don't continue on with your football career, you and I have talked about this, I think potentially commercials, acting, maybe even a GQ model. What do you think?
Hey, anything is possible, but we're going to worry about that when I'm done playing football, Joe. Appreciate it.
Braxton Haley, styling, profiling with a big night.
All right, thanks, Joe. And there's our player of the game. 3 touchdowns, 129 yards receiving. Braxton Haley, your player of the game, could have been Devontae Merriweather, could have been your quarterback. Drew Powell could have.
It also could have been Jamal Miles, right? He had 4 receptions, 29 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a bunch of kick returns for a ton of yards. I mean, a lot of guys stepped up and played really well.
We're going to wrap things up in just a moment, everybody. Final thoughts from the Footprint Center coming your way next. We'll also highlight what's remaining on the schedule for the Arizona Rattlers and that big matchup. That furious comeback in the fourth quarter by Northern Arizona sets the tone for a huge game next week right here at the Footprint Center, everybody. Stand by. We'll wrap it up coming up right after this. Arizona beats Tucson 54-24. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latino artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Well, a big game for the Arizona Rattlers as they move now to 11-3 on the campaign. That 11 wins matches the Northern Arizona Wranglers, who tonight get a victory, and they remain at 11-2 now. Just 2 losses in that, 2 in the loss column for the Wranglers. They've got a half-game lead over the Rattlers for yet another week in the standings in the Western Division of the IFL, and that sets up a huge one next week, which we'll talk more about here in a moment. But our final thoughts on this one tonight, this 54-24 victory for the Rattlers over the Tucson Sugar Skulls, I think says a ton about where the Rattlers are right now. When we talked to Coach Guy on the phone yesterday, good question asked by Joe Pequeno, and that was, is this team playoff mode right now, mindset-wise? And I think they answered that question tonight, said.
Well, I think the challenge came from within, right? Your head coach asked you to lock in, do things that aren't easy, right? Get ready for the playoffs. It's got to be a run. And he also talked about the history of the Rattlers. When they've gone to the playoffs as a number 1 seed, they've struggled, but when they've been in this position where they maybe controlled their own destiny down the stretch, where they had to win, they've been able to do so, and that's where they find themselves right now. What a tremendous effort by the offense, defense, and the special teams. I mean, you look across that defensive front, Landers, Faamatu, Terrell, Theo Majetti, like those guys played lights out, along with the Bandit himself. Day-Day Merriweather was outstanding. I mean, this is a really solid defense when they're all locked in. You add those 2 young corners who have played like vets all year long. Kyrie Woods, Brandon Ezel. These guys are in the right mindset at the right time.
A lot of credit today as well to the offensive line led by Lamar Mady. He is really, using that veteran position on that roster to start to help, turn things around here in the late part of the season for the Rattlers. Flanked by J.J. Coleman on one side, and then Brandon Smith on the other side. That offensive line did a terrific job today protecting Drew Powell. He had some lanes to run through, provided him an opportunity to once again use those legs of his to be an impact for his offense today. Could have been, by the way, Drew. Could have been a player of the game. He was certainly a strong candidate. I don't think you could have gone wrong with 5 or 6 different players today that all stepped up for the Rattlers.
Without question, and I think, everything starts in the trenches. You want to win both sides of the line. I think the Rattlers were able to do that. They were able to withstand early good play, and probably better than good. Great play by the offensive line from Tucson early in the game, got things going, but the Rattlers defense just buckled down and start taking care of business up front, putting pressure on and really exposing Daquan Neal's injury and the fact that he wasn't able to run the ball to help his team tonight. That hurt them.
Up the road a little way, Prescott Valley, big fourth-quarter comeback today by the Northern Arizona Wranglers. That helps them stay at the top of the Western Division standings. They have knocked off the Duke City Gladiators. I believe the final on that was 49-41. One way or the other, they did get a win at home tonight for their home fans, and they'll come to the Footprint Center next week, and they'll be the battle right there for first place in the Western Division. And as I understand it, if the Rattlers can win out, which would include a win next week over the Wranglers, and then they would have to finish with a win over the Vegas Nighthawks to wrap up the regular season in the week that follows that, then the Rattlers would get home field advantage in the playoffs. Obviously, that's something that they want. It would be big for the team. It would be enormous for Rattler Nation, who, if you ask me, were that undesignated, they're the ninth man, and we didn't talk about them a lot, but I think Rattler Nation, the fans here at the Footprint Center tonight, said had as much to do with the outcome, certainly with inspiring their Warriors down on the field to play a great game tonight. They were, and they deserve some acknowledgement for what they brought to the game here today.
Without question. I think before the game even started, Floyd, there was so much energy down on the floor. When you and I were down there, you talked to Coach Guy, the buzz was in the air, right? They were excited for this team to be back here, back in this building. It's been a few weeks, and they were ready to come out and make this place just a hornet's nest, man. It's the Snake Pit there is no better place to really utilize and take advantage of a home field advantage because they're not just a loud crowd. They understand the game. They've been around this game. They've been around this team. This is 30-plus years in the making. And these fans are locked in and ready for this run as well.
Well, Seth, how do you feel about next week?
It's going to be a battle, man. I'm literally expecting low scores, a low-scoring game, and a war of attrition. I think being able to outlast and not put the ball on the turf, the team that takes care of it will win the game, flat out. And turnovers cost the Rattlers the last time these two teams played. If they take care of the ball, they'll have a better shot to win. But it's not going to be an easy game for either one of these clubs.
Top two defenses matching up next week. Top two teams in the Western Division right here at the Snake Pit, the Footprint Center. Get your tickets. And if you can't, well, certainly do join us for the broadcast on Cox Yearview, Arizona, Channel 4 in Phoenix. Yearview.com for more information, YURVIEW. Also, you can watch it on the Indoor Football League's YouTube channel. Get in on the action there at GoIFL.com, everybody. Big thank you to Spooner, our official presenting sponsor of today's game, the official physical therapy provider for the Arizona Rattlers. Spooner Sports Medicine. Great job. Fellas, thanks for the partnership today for sure. Big thank you as well to Nova Home Loans, the exclusive Rattlers Instant Replay presenting sponsors. We wrap it up today. Said, you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you next week, huh?
Thank you, sir. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a great battle between two good teams.
Unquestionably. We'll see you next week, folks. Our producer and technical director, this one, Derek Simmons. Our director on the broadcast today, Greg Jones. Executive producer, well, that's me, Floyd Simmons. Our graphics operator, Caleb Bushi. On camera for us today, Andre Stevens, Michael Sly, and Chris Drake. Nailing it down for us out there. Great work by our production team. We love them. Arizona Rattlers football is a production of the Simmons Media Group. We'll see you next Saturday for the next broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football. They win tonight, 54-24. We'll see you next time. God bless you, and good night from Phoenix, everybody.